trial of triple murder suspect Derek Saretzky continues to leave some major questions unanswered as jurors heard the final Crown witnesses, and among them Cheyenne Dunbar, the mother of slain toddler Haley Dunbar-Blanchette. And Sarah Larnouk joins us now from outside the Lethbridge courthouse. And Sarah, a lot of anticipation about Cheyenne Dunbar's testimony, but it ended up being pretty quick.
Yeah, it was definitely a highly anticipated testimony, Ian, but we really didn't hear very much. As you said, it was brief. In video interviews we had heard earlier in the trial between Derek Saretzky and police, he had outlined a romantic relationship he had had with Cheyenne Dunbar that had lasted a couple of months, a couple of years ago. He even said at one point that he was kind of like a stepdad to Haley. And what we heard from Cheyenne today was that their relationship was never romantic and that they were only friends. She said for about a period of 5 months in 2013, they saw each other several times a week. And sometimes Haley was there, sometimes Haley wasn't. That involved visits both at Derek Saretzky's mother's house as well as at Terry Blanchette's house. Aside from that, there was really no further explanation as to what that relationship involved or why it ended.
And no cross-examination from the defense on that. So one witness was quick up and down from the witness box. And then we had the final witnesses from the Crown, investigators from the RCMP.
Yes, and these were the two lead investigators on both of the homicide files, one for Hannah Mekatek's homicide file and the other for the Terry Blanchette, Haley Dunbar-Blanchette file. And for the most part, what they did was sum up what most of the other RCMP investigators have said so far. But what I found really interesting about these testimonies was Corporal Brian Fitzpatrick, who is the head of the homicide investigation into Hannah Mekatek. He talked about her as if he knew her. He talked about her having a fiery personality and how she wouldn't go down without a fight. He also talked about his confusion in investigating her homicide because he really couldn't see why someone would kill this woman. He said they had done a sexual assault kit. They also looked at robbery, but there was nothing to support that either of those were a motive. And we do know that in those same videos I referred to earlier, Derek Saretzky said he picked her because he didn't think anyone would care about her.
And yet that still doesn't really answer the question as to why she was chosen. There have been lots of questions heading into this trial, including really his motive generally, and also why, with confessions on video as part of the evidence, he would still plead not guilty, Sarah.
Yeah, and I think, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of questions that remain even after this trial wraps. As you said earlier, these are the final witnesses that the Crown is calling in her case against Derek Saretzky. And it's unclear what the defense will be here. Tomorrow there will be legal proceedings or discussions between the judge and the lawyers, and then on Friday the jury will come back and the Crown will wrap her case formally, and we'll hear from the defense. We don't even know for sure if he'll choose to call any witnesses.